Hi guys, Aragon here, and today we are in WolfQuest with CloudFly. When we left off last episode, I was talking about our territory and what I was kind of thinking, and I have since changed my mind about that. I was watching Moon Plays, I think, is her YouTube name. I was watching her live stream and she was playing, I believe that she was playing on this map. But either way, someone in the comments was saying that they always find elk in the geode marsh, so they always choose this territory. So I think we're going to go ahead and just stick with kind of what's already open and not worry about getting too much territory because we aren't accurate, so it's gonna be a little bit harder to keep on top of the territory. So we don't want it to be too big, but we do want it big enough that if we find like a good rendezvous and den site deeper in, we're pretty safe from rival wolves. They definitely can still come, but it's I feel like in my personal playthroughs, I haven't had it happen as much if you're further in the territory. They're less likely to come for your pups. So hopefully that'll be the case, and I'm going the wrong way. So we're going to start in this top corner, and we're going to work our way down south. And hopefully that'll prevent... Ooh, I wondered if I'd be able to make it up there. We'll have to go around. But I'm hoping that that'll help prevent the other rival pack from coming over and trying to take some of that territory that we want. And then we'll go ahead and go up to the top, towards the north end of what our border will be, and try to keep the other rival pack from working their way down. They have quite a bit that they need to actually claim, so I don't think we're gonna have to worry about them so much. The gardener, yeah, I don't think we're gonna have to worry about these guys quite as much, but the geode pack, they already have their territory established, so they will most likely be the ones trying to come in as we get territory, but we can handle it, I hope. So we are claiming territory today, and we hopefully will also get to have our pups by the end of the episode. I don't want this episode to be too long. I know I feel like I say that every time I record a video. This is just one of those games that it does take a while to kind of play through each session. But I definitely don't want it to be so long that it's hard for people to watch for such a long period of time. And I know that some people do like to put videos on just in the background to kind of listen to. So whatever you're here for, whatever you're watching for, thank you for tuning in. I also have realized through editing that I say quite a lot, and I don't necessarily want to take the time to edit all of them out because I do say it so much. So I'm going to try to be more conscious of my language, what words I'm using, and so hopefully I won't say too many times without thinking about it first. We also need to try and find some more den options. We definitely don't want to be in a den anywhere close to the border. So hopefully there's some dens more inward. Do you want to eat the rabbit, sir? Thank you. I don't want him to have a rabbit in his mouth. Because if we come up on the other wolves, he will not drop it to fight, so... Yeah, dang it. Okay, let's get going. We're gonna head into this territory and try to take it. Hopefully we can manage this. There is just 2 of us, so I'm not entirely sure we will be able to do this, but we'll try. We probably should pack rally as well. Get some stamina. Okay. Let's hope that there's not too many of them. I have a feeling it's gonna be a whole pack, because that makes sense due just to the time of the year and the fact that we're claiming territories now, but we'll see. If we have to run, we'll run. It's not that big of a deal. We don't have to have this territory. I just would prefer to have it. This will also keep them from getting other hexes as well. If we do manage to win this fight. Oops. Okay. We want to get him. It also does not help at all that my fingers are literally frozen, as per usual. I should probably name that wolf. It kind of looks like Relic. And he's just... Relic's just focusing on the other wolves. Which is fine. Dang it. These guys are ruthless. I don't know why... Oh, I guess my stamina is a lot lower than I thought. I think because it takes stamina to pull away when you get bit, so... No. I feel like I have had so much trouble lately, even just when I'm playing on my husband's computer, in my personal one. Surprisingly, they gave it up. That was way easier than I expected. I'm not really sure. Oh. Relic got one. I didn't go for the one that he was going for because I had found the other one that was only half health, so I didn't even bother to check. Well, that works for me, I guess. Now we should be good. We should be good to take any other territories that we want for a little while. I feel bad. They're just sitting over there, like, waiting. Mourning. I do feel a little bit bad. At least we know that Relic is... He's pretty ruthless. It seems... because he killed that wolf, not me, so... And I'm normally the one that goes for the kill because it gives you more time to go through and claim hexes and things. Especially if you're stealing hexes from other wolves. Let's see if he needs to eat it all. And he hardly lost any health also. I think I kind of just distracted while he went for the weakest one. I'm assuming it was one of the pups. Let's check. Yeah, it was one of the pups. And I was going for the other pup, which kind of looks like Relic. I'm not gonna do names right this second. I want to focus on getting our hexes claimed. So I wonder if we should steal this hex. I don't think that we will. I think that we'll go ahead and leave it. Like I said, I don't want too much territory to worry about. Because accurate is much... you lose your territory faster, if that makes sense. Like the health of your hex goes down quicker. So I would definitely like to have a more manageable size of territory. I also want to find this den if we can. I know that there was a few before that had popped up, and I didn't go for them just because I was really focused on trying to get those border hexes marked, and they kind of weren't in an area that I would have wanted to be anyways, so it works out. But we do need to find this den. Okay. This is actually a really nice spot. Where are we at? Ooh, okay, I like that. I like how far into our territory we are. I also like that it's very open, so I can see a lot of what's going on around us. So we can see if someone's coming in, predator-wise. The only area I could see is this little dip here. If like some coyotes or wolves came around back, it might hide them just a little bit. To where you wouldn't see them until they came up over the corner or the hill. But I think we're gonna do this den. I really do. I think I like this location, and it certainly looks like at this time of the year, like winter, there would probably be food around here, but we'll see. I just want to get to my carcass, and then hopefully there's quite a bit left on it. I think that there is. I don't think we were able to even hardly eat any of it, if I remember right. So hopefully we have quite a bit left. This is the one where we killed the baby and then chased the mom down. And ended up getting her. And I almost gave up. Because that was the second hunt of the day that was just pushing it a little close, so to speak. And I know that could be probably frustrating for some people to watch. That honestly is just genuinely how I play the game most of the time. Oh, it's a Wolverine. Oh, I forgot that, I have different keys on the different computers for... There's not even that much on it. But I mean, if he's gonna distract it for a minute... Ooh, don't bite. Don't bite. We're just gonna take a chunk. I want him to get a bite, but I don't think he's going to. I was gonna give him this chunk. Run, Relic, run. I don't want to be too close to it. But he's running away from the carcass now, so... I guess we can go back to it. If Relic eats that fast enough, we can race down there. Run, Relic, run! Oh, the coyote. Come on, Relic. Come eat from the carcass, please. Please. Thank you. Haha. Okay. Now we can take off again. We don't have much stamina here. And hopefully, okay. Yes, he's coming. I was gonna say I don't want Relic to waste too much time with that Wolverine down there. I don't want him to accidentally get killed or something over a carcass that pretty much isn't even there anymore. I think we took the last chunk off of it, but there might have been just the tiniest amount left for that Wolverine, so I guess he doesn't need it. So we'll go ahead and sleep, and when we wake up he can go ahead and eat that chunk. Aw, he moved closer to us. How sweet. Yeah, there wasn't too much on that chunk. I'm pretty sure that's the last piece of meat that was on that elk. Go ahead and howl. That'll help boost our affinity at least a tiny bit. And did we... I don't know if we checked Relic Stone's stats in the last one. So he's -1 strength, +2 stamina, -1 speed, basic health. And he's the uppercase K, lowercase k, black. So just in case anyone was wondering about any of that, I'm not too sure if I showed that last time. So figured go ahead and just look at it, just in case I forget. I love CloudFly. She is so beautiful to me. Oh, wow, look at that. I didn't necessarily want to make CloudFly, you know, a killer wolf, but I mean, Relic might kind of decide for us. But I guess maybe she can be the more unforgiving wolf when it comes to territorial things. Versus Sparrowing, I think, is the type of wolf that would not go for the life of another pup. I think that she would think about it a lot. I think she would feel a lot of guilt if she did that, knowing how she would feel if it was one of her pups. So maybe we'll go ahead and name these guys this time around. So we've got a black one who's injured. And he's the one that had the collar. This is kind of what Aragon Heart's mate looks like. And then we've got kind of a grayish brown. And another... That one kind of looks like Gem Gleam a little bit, but a lot more colorful, if that makes sense. Gem Gleam only has the light on his back. His whole side is black. But it might be that same coat, just with a different variation of colors. Ooh. I know I pushed the bite option. I did it again there. I don't know why my game does that. I don't know if it's just a me thing or if it's just WolfQuest in general. Because I feel like I didn't used to have this problem this frequently. I need her to turn on a dime. Yeah, we're gonna go for 603F. Oh, it's because of my stamina, I think. Because it, like I said before, it takes stamina to break free. It seems like. And I got a major injury on my leg. I don't know if we can do it this time. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. Okay, we got them. We got them. I was gonna say, maybe if I just growl, maybe it'll kind of chase them out. So I guess we can go ahead and name these guys really fast. Technically, Elk Ruffle should be Elk Paw because they are a pup. But because they're in a different pack, I'm not going to go back and name them later. So they just go ahead and get their warrior name as it is. I don't know why they're coming back in. We do need to hunt, but we definitely cannot do that. If we did that, Relic would have to hunt himself, and even he is not doing the greatest, so I think we'll just come up on this hill and sleep again. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about them. Okay, Relic, get a bite in. She's pretty slow. He's waiting for me to do the work. Try to keep on her neck so she doesn't go anywhere. There we go. I'm gonna howl just out of habit, but I don't think her carcass is gonna last too long. And thankfully we had enough health to at least get the mule deer down. I kind of think I'm liking Black Canyon, especially because when looking at the map, that is territory we might end up pushing a little bit into. No. I do not want this den. I already know exactly which den we want, so we're gonna go ahead and head over there. Yeah, see, there's this enchanted forest that I'd like to kind of check out this area and just see what it looks like. So potentially we might end up taking some more of this, or even just this whole bottom half potentially, but that's pretty ambitious, so it's not something I'm going to worry about right now. Yes, this is a good den site for our pups. We'll name this the Marsh Den. So we kind of keep that marsh name at least a little bit. And now we're gonna have pups. I am gonna go ahead and name these pups myself. I am totally open to renaming pups if anyone watching has a better suggestion, or they don't like any of the names that I chose. I think we're gonna go ahead and do Fun Parent, and we did bring her speed down quite a bit, so I don't know if we kind of want to cancel one of those out, but I think I'm probably going to give her some extra stamina. I think that would help us out quite a bit in this first stage of having pups. So we've got 5 pups in this litter. This is one of the smaller litters I've had. Sometimes I name them just in the den based off of like gender, but I think we're gonna go ahead and let them out and see their color. Obviously, we don't know exactly what they're gonna look like, at least not yet. But I can name them kind of general names based off of the undertone colors of their fur. You know, like the female is clearly gonna be either like a gray or more white wolf. She might get a little bit darker, but she's definitely gonna be, you know, a gray type of color. Same with this male here. He's clearly going to be a darker kind of a coat. And this male here could potentially be kind of more white, but I'm guessing he's gonna have a little bit of brown, maybe like CloudFly here. She has some brown. He could also go totally brown in a sense. So same with this one here. He definitely looks like he will have a lot of brown colors in his coat. So we can kind of name them based off of that. Okay, so I went ahead and named the pups. We have Vanilla Pup and Haze Pup. I guess technically I could go into the pup camera, but that's okay. We have Rock Pup here. So cute. And Shadow Pup. And then, of course, Winter Pup. And I think that they'll be pretty fitting names. Hopefully we can manage to keep all of them alive. But we will see. You know, things happen. And you can't always, you know, change that. It would be so nice if one of those bison was an old bison and would just naturally kind of pass away. There are elk nearby though. So I think we'll go ahead and get the pups in and go out for a hunt just while we're this close to some elk and all the pups are fed and everything. The affinity isn't too high. I maybe should have brought that up a little bit, but we should be able to get an elk, hopefully not too far from here. We've got them running in a great big circle. Okay, here we go. We finally have them on the chase now. Oh, that took a minute. Sometimes it can. But we definitely need to get them running a little more southeast. There we go. And I'm not gonna go probably for one that falls immediately. I'm hoping that we can get them a little closer to our den site before we get any to fall. If any of them fall. Ooh. Yes, and she is weak for sure. I think I want to back off a little bit. Never mind. Relic does not want to do that. Sometimes it's easier for me to just hunt by myself, but this is fine. At least we have food. So, and we're not too far from the den. We're decently close. I do just prefer to get our food as close as possible to the den. It just makes it a lot easier. And then the only thing you really have to worry about is marking territory. I want to take a chunk, but part of me almost kind of wants to hunt again. Because they are right here. Oops. Yeah, we have... We're just gonna head back. We have food in our belly, we can feed our pups, we're right here. It's not worth the risk. We do need to head back to that hex though and mark. I maybe could have gotten away with doing that really quickly. I really hope that he does not feed them over there. And they're not too hungry, so we should be fine. They are quite adorable, these pups. Okay, so I lost my outro. The video did quit recording just before I gave the outro. So I just wanted to go ahead and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!